Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Long time no see, everybody. Sorry, it's been a while. I apologize. I just, you know what? When you're trying to establish yourself back in the States, when you sell everything, it's the worst thing in the world I ever did was sell everything. And a lot of people are actually taking my advice and not selling everything, and glad they did. Use the Philippines as a snowbird situation. Go back and forth. Keep your house here, or keep your whatever you have, camper, RV, trailer, whatever you have, keep it. Just rent it. Don't sell it. Keep it, because you may find yourself back here. And we were always had a plan to coming back here because of my girls. I want them to have all the capabilities in the world of living. I want them to live a good life. I want them to have opportunity. I want them to experience more of me and have a better situation there. But anyway, 10 things, what I did today, 10 things different in the USA than in the Philippines, and to the advantage. There are many things in the Philippines that's worthwhile staying, as many things that culture's number one, and the country's a beautiful country. You cannot say anything bad about the country itself. The people are just wonderful. That's what makes it wonderful going to the Philippines. They're such a loving, caring community, and I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss everybody there. And I got to tell you, that is the hardest. It's not the Philippines itself. I miss the people, the culture, the innocence, the sweetness, and I miss my family. First thing on the list, guess what? I don't have to worry about noise, sleep. At night, no roosters, cars honking. Got a new thing there in the Philippines. Singing songs at midnight at 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Karaoke, etc. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I come here, it's as quiet. You can hear a pin drop where I'm at here. The thing about it is, in the Philippines, you really got to think about a lot of this stuff I'm going to tell you about today. If you're thinking about moving to the Philippines, these things will matter to you, and they will get on your nerves. Even if you live in a subdivision and with an HOA, you're still going to have these problems. Now, since this current situation with this gentleman getting kidnapped and it may not be around on this earth anymore, things are going to change a lot in the Philippines. Seems to be more, as you know, before I left, there was a couple of guys kidnapped there. They just never did publicize it. This one got publicized because of the way the thing just happened. There has always been this. It's always been a problem there. It's always a bad situation. I don't care where you live. I don't care if you live in Bohol, Leyte, or wherever it is. There's people there that just don't like Americans. Telling the truth, sorry. So wherever you go, just make sure you have family and people around you that can actually watch over you. All right, number 2. No problem getting money. I can get my money here. I don't have a problem getting money. Here, there is always a constant hassle. Meaning the bank is out. I'm so sorry. The ATM's down. We have a problem. So you always had to keep, 20, 30, 40,000 peso in reserve, $200, $300, $400, $500. A lot of people tell me they never have a problem, but eventually they will. Because I was there 11 years. I had so many problems with that. Not too much you can do about it. You just go on and do your best. Easy to go around and get things. I can actually come here. I can go to the store and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about finding a taxi, getting a taxi, waiting on the side of the road, getting home at night. And Ruth and I had to walk home many times where we were unable to get a Grab and unable to get a taxi. And waiting there is horrible in waiting. No matter where we're at, CDO, Cebu, Davao, Manila, it did not matter where we were at. Leyte, we had a problem getting rides. You cannot just think that there's always going to be a ride available. Think of the time and think the day and night, because a lot of them shut down at a certain time and they don't go out. Like in Maramuk, 6, 7 o'clock, they're done. You can't get a ride home. You better walk. So if you're 5 miles from the house, you better hope you have transportation. I don't have to worry about boredom. I got so bored there. A lot of people don't think about it, but anyway, here's so many things to do. There's always so many rivers and so many resorts to go to, but if you like that thing, after about 2 years to 3 years of doing that, Ruth and I, if you remember, about every 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, we would leave and go on trips, on these many trips. Davao, Cebu, we took the ships, we went to islands, we went all over the place, different islands, and we realized that you see one island, you've seen them all. They're basically, a lot of them are the same. Sand's different, the look is different, but it's basically the same thing. So I don't have to worry about being bored. There's always something active here that you can do to keep yourself busy. Healthcare was another reason why I got out of there, because a lot of the doctors left, as you guys know, during COVID. So there's not a lot of doctors. So if you have health problems with blood pressure and things like that, you make sure you live close to the hospital where there's a doctor. We have a doctor in our family that's close to our family, and I say they're in our family because we just pick up the phone and call them. I have a good doctor for me personally. Finally, it took me 10 years to find this guy. He just graduated, really knowledgeable, good kid, good doctor all the way around. I call him a kid, he's 30 years old. And it was something that if I had a problem, I could pick up the phone. And even if he didn't know it, he would send me to someone that would help it. I don't have to worry about clothes here. I don't have to worry about styles, finding my shoe size, finding my things of that nature. They're great for eye care in the Philippines. Dental work is great. Eye care, dental work, things like that is great prices. But I bought all our glasses. They're around the same price it cost me here for glasses. But the difference was the frames and things like that. It cost me $100, and I had to pay for the frames there, and it's about the same here, but the frames are more costly here, as you guys know. The food is cheaper here, of course, than it is in the Philippines, you know, and I'm talking about food in general. I'm talking about going buy a hamburger at McDonald's. It's $5. You can't buy a $5 there in the Philippines. You could at one time, but not now. Milk, eggs, things like that's cheaper here. I mean, I paid $1.70 for a half gallon of milk. How can you beat that? That's 50, 60 pesos. You can't buy milk there. I'm not talking about the carton milk. I'm talking about fresh milk. Carton milk, you can buy carton milk for $2 there. $2 a carton. It's still cheaper here for milk for a half a gallon than a carton. The carton's, what is it, 16 ounces, 14 ounces of milk. The weather, of course, is something that is better here than it is there. We've had continuous sunny days except for the storms. They got a typhoon there now. Ruth was telling me in the last, I think it was 117 days, 117 days it's rained nonstop. Nonstop rain, 117 days. So if you don't like the rain, you might need to think about it. Now, is it where she is? No, it's all over. It's all over it's in Cebu. It's banging up Cebu right now. It's all over. It's rain. It rains every day. It rains every day. So be prepared for that. And if you have transportation, you're getting transportation, be prepared for that, because sometimes the buses will shut down if it's too thick and the flooding, the streets are flooding, things like that, they'll shut down. The reason I love it here is opportunity for the kids, people, wages, life. The downgrade to that is when you get here, it's work, 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 not being B-O-R-E-D, bored, 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 as my wife says. She says, when I get there, I know I'm not going to be B-O-R-E-D. And she says, I'm so bored here. So she's doing multiple things to keep herself busy. As you know, we had a couple of friends that come back over from the Philippines, and they actually got off a plane and kissed the ground, and because they're so excited to be back here in the States, because they were over there too. I think Tom was there 12 years also. So then he came back, him and his wife came back, and so I'm glad to see they're happy and back here in the States. And also, it's just the environment's different, guys. The environment's great and fantastic there. I just got tired of the roosters and everything else. Although, I got my house there, we'll be back and forth, because I can go there, stay 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Come back here, stay 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Whatever it is, whatever you can actually do. Number 10 on the list that I have, I'm trying to do it fast, because I could go on one of them for an hour. Rent. It's going down. I know that when I was in Fayetteville working at, up there, I had a friend, John. I was staying at his house. He had an apartment out back, and rent there was $750 a month. I called the guy. He says, "Yeah, no deposit. Don't worry about it. Just $700 a month, and you move in." A 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So I started calling around there as in Fayetteville, and the rent ranging from $700 to $800 a month. There were $1,000, $1,200 a month in apartments, but really overall, even in apartments, there were $800 a month there. It's cheaper living there in North Carolina. Here in Florida, it's pricey. It's very pricey here in Florida. But even when I was in Georgia in March, April, I found some beautiful places up there, houses that you can rent for $800, $900 a month. So people tell me, USA, people are homeless, they're on the streets, there's all kinds of crimes and everything else. There's crime all over the world. There's more crime in the Philippines than there is here. Per capita, if you will actually go online and look, there's more crime in the Philippines than there is in the United States of America. You just have to, what you have to do is find a place that you think you'll enjoy yourself, you and your wife, check on the crime situation, find out if there's Americans already living there, ask them, and they'll give you some advice. Now, where I live in Marama gets saved, Malai is saved. We just had an issue with a gentleman there, as you guys know, but we're not going to worry about that. There's a lot of Americans that live there. I don't think there's many as there once was. When I first moved there were 17 or 18, and basically it was just me. Now I think it's me and Ollie was the only ones left, and Tom Shipman would come in from time to time, and then we had Tom Dracos lived there. He's now here in the States, and then there was probably I think a few more moved in, but they're not going to last too long there. They sold everything they had, and they're limited on their funds. The problem is it's like me. You go there and you spend all your money, and spend a lot of your money, and you find yourself, well, what am I going to do now? I have no job. Most of my money's gone. I want to come to the States. Well, so I got my butt in gear, figured out on the money, and got here and started working. And will I have to work continually for the next 10 years? No, I won't have to work like that. I'll work whatever, and I'm kind of working. I'm working 6 days a week now, but I'll get in a situation I'll stop. It's just a situation I got to pay off some debt that I incurred there. I incurred that debt there just because of life. How much does it cost living in the Philippines? When I first moved there, it's really cheap. You can live depending on your lifestyle, $1,000, $1,500 a month. I would plan for $2,000 to be safe and secure if somebody was wanting to move there. Figure $2,000 a month and probably have $300,000 or $400,000 in the bank, cash. Because that in 10 years you're going to go through that. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. So, you think, no, you won't. Well, no, 500 here, 1,000 here, 500 here, 1,000 here. Before you know it, you spent $20,000 the first year, or $10,000. If you spend $10,000 a year over and above what you plan to, okay, you figure it up in 10 years. That's $100,000. Figure health, other things, family, things like that. That's going to add to it. So you have to plan for that. Did I help family? Yes. Did I help people? Yes. But did I help myself? Of course. But see, you have to plan. You need, as Bud Brown and I, if you guys know Bud Brown, are saying the same thing. You need at least $200,000 in the bank, free and clear cash, no debt on it, and credit cards that has cash available, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 available that you could go in the hospital and say, here you go. Just do self pay. Because the insurance there, let me tell you something. You don't pay the bill, they will lock you up. They'll sock you in the room. There's a guy out there that does a lot of insurance there, and he does a great job with it, but even he said there are situations where they got to get people out of because they can't pay the bill. I don't want to be like that. If I go to the hospital here, and my Medicare, my Medicaid, and all the stuff I have doesn't pay the bill, Well, guess what? I can still get out of the hospital. Everything's negotiated anyway. A quick story real quick. Negotiate your bills. You can't negotiate bills there. You can negotiate bills here. If you have a bill, I mean, my mother's hospital bill was a little over $1 million. And you can negotiate those bills. Life is negotiable. People say to me, you can do anything you want. You just have to negotiate everything. The thing that I've really realized is, even being back here in the States, man, you have to be prepared for things on edge. There, you can kind of lay back, things, not worry about anything. But I got to tell you something. You got to worry about your safety. You got to worry about it. People say you really don't, but you do. You do. Some of the cities now is, I heard of another situation there this morning. A lot of these things are not publicized, guys. They don't publicize this stuff. Now, why don't they publicize it? It hurts the tourism. It hurts the economy. It hurts life there. They don't publicize it because of the situation. A lot of vloggers won't say it because, oh, it's going to kill my channel. My channel's going to go to ruin. Well, whatever. Whatever. I'd rather be honest. I'd rather be honest and tell the truth and how it lays than sit and not tell anybody the truth about something like that. You have to be careful on your safety. I was there the first year in 2013, 12 and 13, and the gentleman said he's going to kill me. Walking down the street. I said, okay. Yeah, you know, but you can have it done for $20 there. So you have to, what you have to do is not worry about that stuff. Just let it roll off. Because not everybody likes you. Because you're taking the females away, you're taking the environment away from them, and they see you have money, and then jealousy and greed gets involved in it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I could go on for 12 hours on this. I need to get back doing live streams again. God bless everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Filipino Adventures.